your car.
Yes.
Camera recording.
You said that he was drunk.
All 18 beers were gone. He accused me of cheating.
I was upset at the time.
Boone, you and Mr. Ciberon were in a relationship for how long?
About 5 years,
Did you live together?
on and off.
You have children together?
No.
It is your claim that Mr. Ciberon vandalized your car.
Yes.
And that happened after an argument.
Correct.
Tell me when it happened, what time of the day or evening.
It was August 19th, about 1:32 a.m.
August 19th of this year.
Yes.
And were you living together at that time?
Yes.
August 19th. And how long had you been living together?
At that time, I want to say about a year.
Did you pay rent there?
Yes, I helped out with rent.
Did he?
Time to time, yes.
Okay, August 19th, 2024, you were living together, had an apartment. I assume it was your apartment that you
Yes.
moved into independently?
Yes.
And he was helping out with the rent occasionally. He had his clothes there. Okay, tell me what happened.
Actually, my birthday weekend, we had went on a trip, came back on the 18th, I believe it was, we came back. The next day, on the 19th, I worked from 12 to 8.
12 in the afternoon to 8 at night?
To 8 p.m. I went to get dinner, brought home dinner. We ate with my 2 kids.
How old are your children?
At this point, 15 and 16.
Okay.
We ate dinner. Everything seemed fine. About 10-ish, he came inside the room and accused me of cheating and seeing some post on Facebook of somebody telling me, hey, bae, or something like that, which caused the argument. At that point, I left the house to take a breather to let it cool off. I walked around the block. I guess I walked so fast that he thought I jumped in a car, which I just took a
Don't
walk.
tell me what he thought. You went
Okay.
and cooled off. I mean, the reason for the argument that you state in your complaint is different from what you just told me. You said that he was drunk.
Yeah, the night that we came back from the trip that we had, we brought home leftover beer, which about 18 beers. So between the time I went to work, 12 to 8, and came home, all 18 beers were gone.
Okay. So when you came home from work, because that's what you say, that he was intoxicated. So you took a walk around the block in order to cool off the situation, and
And then when I came back, I got a text that he was out looking for me and that he said that he was going to have sex with another female and come back to my house. That's when I texted him back and told him, well, stay where you're at because you're not coming back here and I'm changing my locks.
do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Great. We have a consistent story. And
He showed back up about 1:30, realized that the
don't tell me what he realized. Just came
okay,
back at
I'm sorry.
1:30. What happened?
The lockers was changed by myself and he couldn't get in and he started to try to kick
You didn't change the lock. You changed the code.
the code, yes, not the lock, I apologize. The code, I changed the code and he couldn't get in and he started to try to get in and kick the door down. When he realized the door was not going anywhere, he stopped my tires on my car.
Okay. Did you see him slash the tires?
I didn't physically
See him. Okay. Cameras record him slashing the car's tires?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have that video?
yes.
I'd like to see it. And that's what you're suing for.
I'm gonna calm down. I'm not gonna this girl. I get my home. I'm done with this bitch. I don't give. I go to jail. I'm about to kick this girl down. I ride my car inside the house. I'm done. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Open this door before I kick this bitch down. I don't care, call the bitch. You better open up the door before I your call. Open this door. That's what you tried. Yeah, that's what you tried.
Camera recording.
Yeah, you.
Like I said, it's two sides to every story. I was upset at the time.
Just a second. I don't blame you for being upset. You got locked out of your home. You had several options. You could have gone to the police station and say, she's locked me out of my home. I've lived here for a year. I'm entitled to be here. I pay rent. This is where my clothes are. You can't just lock me out. Now, they may have said, listen, let's cool off, go sleep in the car tonight, see what happens tomorrow. But if your reaction is to vandalize her car, which you clearly did, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Then you have to pay for it. That's simple. I wish they were all this simple. I think we should have Ring cameras around the entire world. People should walk around with an embedded Ring camera in their forehead. Somebody's going to invent that so we could eliminate courts and trials. Okay, how much were the tires? There were 2 tires.
Yes. So for the tires, it came up to $268.75, which I bought at Walmart. And then I had to go to a tire shop to have them put it on, which was $64.50.
$333. That's what your temper tantrum's going to cost you. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you spoken since?
Nope.
It was an unfortunate incident. $333. Judgment for the
I have
plaintiff.
other stuff that I would also like to put in evidence. Due to him kicking the door, it split the door in half. The door cannot even open anymore because of it. I did Google some estimates on the door.
Okay. Can I see photographs of the door that you say is split? Thank you. Okay. Want to see the photos, sir? You know you split the door.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Expensive estimate is $564 for the door. Okay? What else? $897.
I also is suing for defamation of character. After all of this, he put a post up on Facebook, which a witness had contacted my mother.
No, you can't tell me
Okay.
who contacted
I'm
your mother,
sorry.
who said anything to your mother. You
Okay.
can show me a post if you want to show me a post.
Yes. And
Then I'll see it and I'll ask him if he posted this and I'll see if it's defamatory. Did you post this, sir,
Yeah, I posted.
with this caption?
I posted it for 5 minutes and I took it down. And the reason why I posted it because she took that video and posted it to all my clients. I'm actually a barber. And she posted this video all over. I took it down and I texted her and told her I was sorry for it.
Is that true? Just a sec. Is that true?
No,
That he called you and apologized?
no.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Well,
I have text messages showing that what you have is actually a text message that he sent to me, that he posted it.
yeah, I just want to know, he said he took it right down. Did he take it right down?
Yes,
He did.
but he didn't call me to tell me sorry.
Did he take it right down?
Yes,
Okay. How long was it up? Did you know?
I don't know.
How
It was
long?
up for probably about 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, the difference between this and the video, sir, she should not have sent out the video, but the truth is, unless you have proof of this, what she sent out was the truth,
Right.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what happened. He had a temper tantrum, but she had the proof. What you write about her is, fellas, this is one of the biggest hoes in Tampa.
I
right?
was upset at the time.
Right, I know you were upset, okay? But unless you have proof that that's true, if it's true, that's one thing.
I know.
But you have no proof that it's true. The fact that you took it down immediately, to me, recognizes that you realize that you made a mistake in doing it, and you appreciate it. It's gonna cost you $10. What else?
Also, pain and suffering.
Forget pain and suffering. $7, $10, $907. You have to understand something. Most of the time, now there are exceptions, Ms. Boone, but most of the time, the only person that gets pain and suffering here is me. All right? There are some cases where pain and suffering is an appropriate part of the case, is an appropriate part of the case. But you have to understand the fact that you locked him out of his home is against the law. You understand that?
Yes.
Now, his reaction to it was not smart. But you actually broke the law by changing the locks on the door because that was his home. He had been there for a year, according to you. His clothes were there. He contributed to the rent. So you can't just decide, well, I had an argument, so I'm going to lock him out now.
He was acting belligerent and the kids were asleep. I didn't want...
Just a second. I don't know if he was belligerent or not. If he was belligerent, then you have an option. You call the police and say, I feel threatened. What should I do? They may come, wait for him, speak to him when he gets there and say, take a break. But what you did by locking him out was against the law.
Correct.
Okay? He reacted in a violent, dumb way because he could have gotten into serious trouble if somebody saw you doing that. So, you could have gotten into serious difficulty. People wouldn't know what you were doing. Anyway, 907, judgment for the plaintiff. We're done here.
This court is...
Man, I'm just glad that everything is over with and I'm able to move on with my life.
It'll never be again. I just want him to learn from it.
She's a great person, and I'm just glad that I'm moving on with my life, and I can just keep looking for it and keep doing what I got to do.
He's not a bad person. He just had his moments, and I hope that he could just learn from it and take accountability.
That they were two nice people. And really, when you think about it, what are you supposed to do? You're having a bad argument. You walk around the block to cool off. You don't know whether or not your partner has cooled off.
Yeah.
You come home. Partner has cooled off sufficiently to leave. What do? You wait for them to come home and see what kind of a mood they're in. You don't know if they're...
I'd be curious to know if his mood was the same as it was when he found out the locks were changed, because as far as we know, I was thinking he would have just come in and maybe he had cooled off sufficiently and would walk in and they would have put it to bed. But because the code was changed, it ignited an entire,
Well, the code was changed. He wanted it was now in the middle of the night. He wanted to get home. What do? Well, you don't try to bust the door down in the middle of the night because it looked as if they lived in a residential community. Not smart.
You could tell he was remorseful though for the way he reacted, which is usually a good sign because we've seen many times them not be remorseful when they see a video
not
of
accept the
themselves like that.
responsibility. It seems as if he did.
I think they both learned something from the experience. I think it was good we mentioned to her about you can't just evict someone by changing the code, but again, like you said, I think for normal people, lay people who don't know the intricacies of the law, she figured that's what's going to keep me safe. That's what's going to keep
me and my kids.
The police, if you call them and they give you the okay or they tell him to cool off and stay somewhere else, that's the best way legally to protect yourself as opposed to just taking it into your own hands. Yeah.
All right, this case is one of those where you watch it and think, seriously? All this over an argument? So here's what happened. A couple had been together for about 5 years and living together in her apartment for roughly a year. Everything seemed normal, until one night, things blew up. They had just come back from a trip. She goes to work during the day, comes home later that night, and apparently her boyfriend had finished all 18 beers they brought back from the trip. So yeah, he was drunk. Then he starts accusing her of cheating because of something he saw on Facebook. That leads to an argument, and she decides to leave the apartment for a bit, just to cool off. Honestly, that's probably the smartest decision anyone made in this whole situation. But while she's gone, he texts her saying he's going to go sleep with another woman. At that point, she's done. She changes the door code so he can't come back inside. Now here's where things go from drama to court case. Around 1:30 in the morning, he comes back, tries to get inside, realizes the code doesn't work, and instead of calming down, he has a full meltdown, kicks the door, then walks outside and slashes 2 of her car tires. And the crazy part, it was all caught on camera. So when they show the video in court, the judge basically says this is one of the simplest cases ever. You vandalize someone's car. You pay for it. Simple. The tires cost about 333 €. The damaged door was 563, and then there was a Facebook post where he called her one of the biggest hoes in Tampa. Not exactly the smartest thing to post online during a legal dispute. So, in the end, the judge orders him to pay 907. But the judge also pointed out something important. Even though he reacted in a terrible way, she technically broke the law too by locking him out of the apartment. If someone lives there and contributes to rent, you can't just change the locks. So honestly, this case is a perfect example of how one bad argument, alcohol, and a little bit of social media drama can turn into a court case overnight. A 5-year relationship ended with slashed tires and a 907 judgment. Seriously, sometimes the smartest move during an argument is just go to sleep and talk the next day. If you enjoy these courtroom breakdowns and reaction videos, support the channel, Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next case.